Good evening. This is Brother T from the Led by the Lord channel. And today I've been thinking about some of the technologies that we have today. And I thought about my great grandfather, my grandfather, even my father. If they were to come back and I'd get up in the morning and I'd get my keychain and I'd start pushing a button. And they would be wondering, well, what are you doing? And I'd say, I'm starting the car. Starting the car? How could you be starting the car? And then we'd go out and get into the car. But before we get into the car, I would push the button again and unlock the doors. Wow. Then they would get into the car. I would start the car. And then I would say, are you comfortable? It's a little chilly outside. I can turn on the heated seat. The heated seat? What do you mean a heated seat? Again, they'd be astonished. And then I'd say, oh, my hands are cold. I'll turn on the heated steering wheel. Wow. Then we would go down the road to the highway. Get on the highway, and they would notice that, well, you're on the highway and you're not pressing the gas pedal. Oh, well, it has cruise control. It maintains whatever speed that you set it at. Then, as we would continue down the highway, they would see other cars and see some cars where the person has no hands on the steering wheel. What's going on there, son? It's a self driving car. Self driving car. Yes, they even have tractor trailers that are self driving. Amazing. And then all of a sudden there would be a ring. Your phone would ring. And they would say, well, what's that? Well, that's my telephone. Yes, okay. And grandpop or great grandpop would say, well, we're on the East Coast. Who is that? Oh, that's my friend on the West Coast. And you mean to tell me you're talking to him and you can see him? How can that be? How can you be talking to him and seeing him from a distance like that? You've got to be face to face with somebody to see them. No, this is the technology we have. Wow, unbelievable. It would be hard for them to believe. And this is all because God has given man wisdom in order to be able to do these things, to be able to discover these things, to be able to manufacture, make, have the wisdom to know how to make something that would have this type of technology. They've been blessed by God with the wisdom. And so this technology we have, when we think about it, it's just something that we have come to just take for granted. We take this technology for granted. But this technology took a lot of God's divine wisdom placed into man in order to be able to have these things. But it would be amazing. So, how amazing will things be if we in the future are brought back 200 years from now? We are brought into their time, into the future, and we see people flying around on backpacks. We see people with cars that fly. We may even see people have a time machine in their homes where if they want to go and visit someone in California, they step into their time machine, push a button, and they're there. They're in California instantly. Things that we would find unbelievable today, but they could be believable in the future. It's amazing. Technology. We go in our house. We have air conditioning. Most houses are air conditioned. Most cars are air conditioned. Now, there are countries where they still don't have air conditioning. And there are countries where they still don't have this technology that we have. But there are countries where they don't have air conditioning and they may not have uh, driverless cars, but everybody has a cell phone, it seems. The cell phone, which is something in your hand that connects you with the world. You have something in your hand that connects you with the world. How amazing is that? Something you can put into your pocket that will connect you with people anywhere in the world, not only talking to them, but seeing them face to face. Amazing. Our technology is amazing, and we take it for granted every day. It's a blessing from God given to man and woman to discover, to be able to make these things that we have that we just take for granted. And it's not stopping anytime soon. There are all type of technologies. There may be even in the future they're talking about mind to mind technology. Being able to converse with somebody without opening our mouths through the power of our brains. We don't use our entire brain. If we could, there were times in years ago where people were trying to move things mind over matter. The brain has the power. I can move that chair without getting up. Things like that. But in the future, that might be possible. The things, it's just amazing. As I said before, a cell phone that fits into your hands that connects you to the world. I'm using it right now with Facebook. Just go on and you make a video and boom, it's there. Amazing. Things that grandpop, great grandpop, even dad would just have to scratch their heads and say, son, how are you doing that? This is impossible. But God made it possible. And this is Brother T from the Led by the Lord channel asking you to pray for me. And I surely shall pray for you. And let's enjoy that air conditioning. Amen and amen.